Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 18 Gator. Watch the run. Fire.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
61, matchbox, light, and ready.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25. To the 30 for a pickup of 5. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Hill. The open man is Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
On the ready. 58, come on. 80 weapons. Check. Flag down. Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun. Hill. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Come on, now.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And this crowd...
Hey, alert 3. Watch the safety creep. Block that. Go 14. Go ahead.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen.
As I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's our time.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the 47 Mike, 47 Mike, 47. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's do it.
throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On 1st down, it's Hill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Hill. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I did. Play for that defensive unit. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
50, plant. 64,
From the 27, Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Kiko Alonso leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, and he's going to go down again. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Push him back. Push him back.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
On the double.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check out right there. Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. That was Rashad Penny, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Hill. He gets it to Thomas. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and a yard. Hill. Washington's got it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Hill. Sliding out of the pocket. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now it's Hill off the bootleg. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Here's Hill. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Get ready. Get ready.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And a catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, get on. You. So Mike, hey.
On first down, Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Wilson eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Hey, do.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Joe.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Let's go.
Third and long. It's Hill. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jaron Reed providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hill. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Dorsett's got it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson now, going to throw again. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 20, 10, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Hill. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hill. Rolling to his left. He'll have a first. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. They find some open field here. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first.
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hill. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of it.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Play fake. Hill. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Alpha.
To throw again. Hill. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. To throw is Hill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. Here's Hill. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Hill looks to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking...
That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Throwing again is Hill. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now, throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check, 47.
Alert.
Here's Wilson to throw again. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
47, Mike, 47.
From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Here's Hill now after the interception. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
30 base. General West.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Protein spill. Hurry,
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Hill. And this is going to be incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Dorsett. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check 47.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You draw corker. Check.
A shotgun snap for Hill. Oh, no, he lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Out of the gun, Hill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. K.J. Wright in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Break.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I don't think you got it, son.
And ready?
He's back to throw, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Here's Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. That first down completion only netted them 3. Second and 7. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This a long one from 54. It looks good, and it is good. From 54 yards away, he bangs it through. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.